Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to work on looking at the camera and connecting with you. Thank you to those of you who have left some really kind comments and sent me some emails about the energy that you feel. I am always sending you that. I try to be very aware of the energy that I put out, and I do grounding work in the morning, and I do meditating and open myself to love and light and union with the universe before I do readings, so that hopefully you feel that and you feel my joy and my gratitude and my love today or whenever you're watching this video. So I was taking a step back from doing royal readings, and then I sort of got back into it, and the latest news that I've seen, this will be a royal reading, the latest news that I've seen is about Harry and Meghan moving to LA possibly. I went ahead and laid some cards down, and we're going to turn those over in a moment and see what those have to say. And I was just deciding whether or not to switch decks. I wanted to say a couple of things, not in Harry's defense, but in compassion for a fellow human being who is having to live his life in the press. And some of you have completely no compassion whatsoever, and that's fine. That's yours to deal with. For me, y'all, I made a lot of stupid decisions in my 20s. Whitney Houston used to call it dumb 25 when you mess up a lot, when you make those decisions for love that turn out to be horrible and terrible, and you use words like always and never, and you let that person change you. And you know, in my case, there was some isolating from friends and family, and it was not a good situation, and I allowed it. And I know that I was younger than Harry is, but I relate to it so much, and it's got to be even more difficult to do those things in the public eye. So I wouldn't want him to go and do this thing with Meghan and lose everything he's ever known because he's too proud, or because she's the only one saying kind things to him. She may also be yelling at him and manipulating him, but if she's the only person in his life who's being kind, he may go that direction. So I'm really hoping that his family is going to kind of rally around him and say, we love you, we forgive you, it's okay, things happen. I'm also a second born of two, and because I had a very sturdy, solid earth sign older brother, I was sort of enabled to be the free spirit, jumping off of cliffs, seeing the world, getting into trouble one. And I'm not proud of that, and our paths, were different, but he towed the line and did honorable things and acceptable things, and it allowed me to take risks, and I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful that none of those risks had permanent consequences for me, and I have grown a lot as a person. And so I just feel like I identify with that in Harry. Now, yes, he's a little bit old now, and yes, if there is a baby, then he needs to calm that junk down, but I just don't want to be sending only negative in his direction if he's struggling right now, okay? Some of you know my other work that I do is with mental health, particularly anxiety, depression. And I think it's so important to be aware of what you project onto other people and the energy that you send them. Because if you expect someone to act a certain way, normally they will live up to those expectations, positive or negative. So just putting that out there. If you feel like it, send Harry some love today. Send him some encouraging vibes, some good things, okay? We want him to come back to himself and be mentally clear and be supported in whatever's going to happen, because I feel like something is going to happen. I have 4 cards in front of me. I'm just going to turn these over, and then based on whatever these are, we will choose the deck and move forward, okay? Thank you for listening to me ramble, by the way. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse, Strength in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting to me to start out that everything is in reverse. Doesn't happen to me a lot in readings. Interesting that the Tower in reverse is the first card that came out. The Tower is big traumatic change. This is change that a lot of times is unwelcome. It's painful. It sucks, guys. And it's to move us forward, to help us grow, to get us out of a situation that's unhealthy for us. When it's in the reverse, this feels like resistance. This feels immediately in my gut. I felt like somebody digging in their heels. They don't want this change because it's going to hurt, because it's going to be embarrassing, because it's going to, it's a foundational change is the thing. If you have pillars in your life, a foundational thing would be your marriage, your kids, your job, your home. It's one of those pillars falling. Okay, so in the reverse, it's still happening, but you're resistant to it, not wanting to see it even. Interesting, the next card out is the Leo card, Strength. This is Meghan in my royal family readings. This is the card that represents her. This card can also represent your inner warrior, your persistence, your grit, that thing that keeps you moving forward in hard times. So either somebody does not feel like they have the strength to go on, or this is Meghan in the reverse. So she is not feeling herself, or someone is not looking at her the same. She is not the one with the power in the situation. It can be read a lot of different ways. Nine of Cups is our cat that ate the canary card. Actually, in the Line Strider tarot deck, this card is actually represented by a cat who just ate a canary, which I think is hilarious. So this is a dreams come true, wishes fulfilled. It can also be narcissism. You see the way he's sitting there smirking with his hands crossed and thinking pretty highly of himself and his accomplishments. There could be trophies back there. In the reverse, this is the opposite of narcissism would be humility and self-awareness, but this doesn't feel like that. This feels like the cups are draining out. This feels like hopes are dashed, dreams not fulfilled, wishes did not come true. It doesn't feel good. And then the last card is a Four of Pentacles. When it's in the upright, it's about holding on too tightly. It's that chokehold. We just had a reading that had this card in it not too long ago. Holding on to money, holding on to property, holding on so tightly that it slips through your grasp almost. And being unable to just let things happen organically. So in the reverse, this is letting go, basically. And as I'm looking down at the cards, I see these two people at the tower. They're just falling with their hands up. It's letting go. It's letting go. I don't know what we're letting go of yet, but we're letting go. I'm going to switch decks. I think we're going to do the golden thread. And I'm just looking at, to see if there's any similarities here. Each of these cards has something overhead. Each of these cards has a crown. I'm going to hold them in the upright positions just so you can see what I'm talking about. So the people in these cards, the Tower in this case has a crown. The Leo woman has the infinity symbol above her head. It's also the symbol for alchemy. This man is wearing an interesting turban on his head, and then this person has a pentacle on his or her head. So I think that that's just confirmation that these are royals that this is happening to. Just an interesting observation. I thought it was interesting. What else can you tell me about Harry and Meghan currently, please? Harry and Meghan and their supposed move to LA. What else can you tell me? Emperor in reverse. Don't like being bossed around. And the Emperor stands for the monarchy sometimes. It's the great father, patriarch of the family. This can mean that Harry's not really a father. This also is a number 4. So stability, security, home life, upside down. This person in this particular depiction of the Emperor is holding the what do you call it? The sphere and the scepter that are normally given to someone when they are crowned king or queen. So in the reverse, it also to me would mean royal family in the reverse. So either a rejection of the royal family, rejection of the king or queen, or rejection from them, possibly, or feeling rejected by them. What else can you tell me, please? Harry and Meghan. Oh, that's too many. I'm not going to take them, but I want you to know that Meghan was on the bottom of the deck there. Yes, Harry and Meghan, that's who we're asking about. What else can you tell me, please, about this purported move to LA, to Malibu? She's homesick, they say. What's the truth of that situation, please? Thank you. Tower. Now, this one kind of flopped out, and I don't know if it wants to be upright or in the reverse. It doesn't really matter. Big changes ahead, big traumatic. You can't stop this kind of change. This is a divorce. This is a death. This is something that you just got to learn to roll with, because it's happening. It's happening is what yes, I heard that. It's happening. As much as somebody here is resistant and doesn't want it to, it is what it is. And it has to. These are things that have to happen in our lives. They're unpleasant, but they are necessary. Five of Pentacles came out in the reverse. So it's a card of feeling like a beggar. Feeling, a lot of readers say the same things, you guys. I want you to remember not to give your power away to any tarot reader. A lot of the readers out there, this is not a criticism, have like a very surface knowledge. And I did too when I first started out, and that's okay. And they're not wrong about their interpretations. But that's not all this card means or could signify. And I just want you to sort of see the depth in it. Again, to me, these look like church doors, but they look like castle doors as well. This looks like hands outside of the castle, either asking for money or asking for favor. I heard the word favor. I do feel that Harry feels abandoned by his family and he doesn't want to beg them anymore. This could be Meghan. I'm tired of begging. I'm tired of coming to the door with my hands like this and being rejected no matter what I do, or I'm asking for more and they're not giving it to me, and that makes me upset. Could be Harry letting go of his fortune. He could literally be willing to give this up because he's so damn tired of asking permission and playing by the rules. Could be that too. One more card, please. Harry and Meghan supposed move to LA. What else can you tell us? One more card, please. Two of Swords. It came out in the reverse and it landed on top of Meghan. I wish you guys could have seen that. But so this Two of Swords card landed on top of the card of Meghan feeling not herself or unbalanced, or this being about her. So this card in the upright is a card of choices. For me, it always feels like there's something you don't see. So even if you are in a position to have to make a choice, you still don't have all the information. That's why this woman is blindfolded. However, this can be a willful blindness. This can be somebody else didn't blindfold you, but you're literally walking around like this. That's what this card looks like to me. This woman sat herself down in a chair, put a blindfold on, and then picked up the swords and said, oh, I can't choose, I can't see. In the reverse, though, because this did come out in the reverse, this is the opposite of that. This is coming out of that. So somebody maybe had a willing blindness. They had blinders on. They just wanted something to be true so badly. They ignored all the signs. You guys know I'm thinking this is Harry, and I know that you're thinking the same thing. And he's coming out of that, and it has to do with Meghan. It landed on top of Meghan. I am going to pull one more card. I said that was the last one, but I want to pull one more. Harry and Meghan moved to LA. I don't get that Harry's going to go. It feels more like Meghan's going to go. because this thing that she's in is not what she thought, and she's just kind of over it. She doesn't want to spend her whole life this way. It hasn't really made her that much more famous. I feel that it hasn't given her the opportunities and opened the doors that she thought that it would. She's not going to the parties that she thought that she would, or meeting the people, or being asked by designers to do who knows whatever. Yeah. And have y'all noticed that there's still no trip to Africa? What's going on there? Ten of Wands in reverse. So Ten of Wands in reverse comes out under Four of Pentacles in reverse. So again, we are letting go of a burden. This is a great big burden. I keep getting the all-seeing eye in these cards too. So somebody's always watching, or, you know, the establishment, things like that. Could be the evil eye. Also, curse, family curse, generational curse, karma, twin flame, you know, something like that, past lives. So this card in the upright is about feeling like the load is too heavy to carry. It traditionally is a guy with all of these wands on his back, and he's bent over and he's trying to get up a hill. It's very difficult work, and he's having a hard time doing it. It is also, because it's a 10, I have to mention, beginning of a cycle or closing out of a cycle. Now, in the reverse, this man is finally putting down the burden. He's letting go of the hard work. He's been dragging this thing along. He or she has been dragging this thing along, and they are finally just gonna put it down. And that let go comes out under let go. So that's what I think is happening. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to pull from any other decks. And then if you want to hear me read again later today or tomorrow, let me know what you'd like to know specifically, and I will get on that for you. Thank you for watching this. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you saw in the cards that I didn't see. I love reading about that, so leave that in the comments below. I am doing personal readings still. The information for that is in the box below as well. I love you. I hope you have an awesome day today. Bye-bye.